This is a review of tonight's MNBRT Radio, which was a great show. The guest was wildlife educator Larry Batson, who talked about a lot of the experiences that he's had as a wildlife educator. You know, of course, he raises animals. He's got tigers, he's got bears, he's got a baby baboon, which he talked about her beating him up and biting him and all that. But he also talked about one time he was bitten by a rattlesnake, and that the toxin caused his arm to swell up twice its size, turn black. And of course, if you saw, I saw a program on the Animal Planet the other night where a guy got bitten on the hand by a rattlesnake, and I mean his whole hand was just black and about rotted out. Ooh, it was nasty. Anyway, and Larry said that one of the bones, one of the joints in his for his thumb, I think is pretty much worn down as a result of the toxin from the rattlesnake bite. He talked a good bit about the things he has experienced as a wildlife educator, the experiences he has with animals, and things of that nature. He also did discuss a little bit about Sasquatch. He discussed how he's found tracks, or he's seen tracks. He discussed about, he was asked about the Patterson-Gimlin film, what he thinks of it. He thinks it's a real thing. He thinks, yes, that there is a Sasquatch. He described how one of his Bengal tigers, and these are normally very aggressive animals, one night this thing was looking at a ravine behind Larry's house, behind Larry's compound, where possibly a Sasquatch was coming through there, because it spooked this huge Bengal tiger. I mean, these are animals that can weigh up to 600 to 800 pounds. These huge Bengal tigers, and they're not afraid of anything. And this this tiger was afraid of something. There were various questions asked in the chat room. I asked a few questions. I asked Larry from the chat if he'd ever worked with poisonous spiders. He said he had. I also asked him, he talked about Thomas Steenberg and Jerry Matthews' assessment that the Chehalis and Puyallup screams were most likely of a coyote. Larry disagreed with that assessment. The only caller that I heard was Shane McMahon, a.k.a. Campfire Shadows, who asked Larry various questions about what he does as a wildlife educator and things of that nature. All in all, it was a great show, and I really enjoyed it. One of the better shows that's been on in a long time. It was great. I give it 5 stars, Abe. Anyway, next Friday night, Abe and Evie and Tim, TCSJR Bigfoot, he's guest co-hosting for this month on MNBRT Radio. Anyway, next week, the guest will be none other than Kathy Strain, the author of Giants, Cannibals, and Monsters, Bigfoot and Native Culture. That'll begin at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/MNBRT Radio. This weekend, this Sunday night, a couple of good shows are coming up. First on Night Callers Radio, www.blogtalkradio.com/nightcallers. The guest will be Michael Wood of the Western Washington Bigfoot Trackers. That'll be 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Then on Bigfoot Busters, www.blogtalkradio.com/TCSJR Bigfoot. At 9 Eastern, 8 Central, the guest will be William Dranginis from Virginia, the developer of the I Gotcha Cam system. And we want to tell you, as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research.